Hey guys, I just wanted to get on here and show you Connor's shadow box. I wish that light wasn't glaring on it, but I'm afraid if I flip it out it'll be dark. But we have this sign that I talk about in our video about the orphanage that says, "Please call me Tim Connor," that hung over his bed. We have It's a Boy cigar. My dad bought those and gave them out at the airport. We have Connor's plane ticket the day we come home. We have his little pair of shoes he wore home. They were his shoes at the orphanage. This is the first photo we ever saw of Connor. Look at that little face. We have a teddy bear we got from Bethany Christian Services because Connor, all the kids get one when they come home, but also Connor was the first child to come home through the agency Bethany Christian Services in the year 2016 because he came home in January. So he's the first that came home. This is the sweatshirt. It's Connor's from the orphanage. He wore it home. And that is Connor's book. It says Mother's Choice We Care School Handbook. And it has a bunch of stuff in there about him. And that is one of Connor's boarding passes also for the plane ride home. There's a few things that have slid around in there. There's a cup in there, Connor's first cup. I don't think you can really see it. It's hid behind the shoe there. And there's his first spoon too that's from the orphanage. And also there is something he painted at the orphanage. So as you can pretty much see, it's packed full. And that big gap right there, his pants go in it that he got from the orphanage. He wore them home. He still wears them, so I have took them out. But they're going to go back in when they don't fit anymore. Also on this wall we have, we did Connor's handprint and feet print. We did them, he came home in January, we did those in February. So not long after he came home, look at those little bitty hands. And I love this wall. This also is pictures my mother-in-law made us. It says our family in Hong Kong, and those were all pictures made in Hong Kong. That right there is our first ever family photo. We had just met him a couple hours earlier, and that was our second day. And this was the first time Connor ever let me hold him. And this is some pajamas we got for him to wear, and that the first picture is me laying them out, and I made this big post about anticipating him wearing them and how happy I was and how I couldn't believe he was finally going to be coming home and he was real and I really had a baby. And then there he is wearing them. They were huge, and then there he is at the orphanage. He was pretty standoffish there. And here he is in his crib in the hotel room the first night wearing those same pajamas. And then there me and him are just cuddled up. I think it was the day before we came home there. And then that photo there is right after, actually we met him like minutes before that. And Daddy was playing guitar with him. And he's playing, I think, the drums. I can't really see good, but he did have a drum that day. This is a little board I made. This has all his important dates. The day he was born, the day he came home, and the day he was officially adopted. He was wanted, chosen, loved, and adopted. There's a better one of the first picture we ever got of him. And then, of course, there was another picture we got of him not long before we traveled. And just some of our adoption announcement photos. I love this wall. I'm really excited about this wall. A friend of mine gave me this plaque, and I love it because we definitely did love him before we knew him. And so this is a wall here in our dining room, and it's just like our Connor wall, and I love it. Over here, I'm just going to keep showing you stuff. Over here, we have Connor's school photo last year. I think it turned out so good. It's so cute. He looks so grown up. And he made me that on Mother's Day. That's his little handprint there. And here's just a couple other things he made from school that were like my favorites. And so I kept them. And that's his little hands cut out to make the sunshine. And the first video we ever sent Connor, we sung, Jeremy played guitar and we sung You Are My Sunshine. So I love that. I want to definitely keep that. And this is where he graduated from preschool, and he was going on to kindergarten, which he started kindergarten this year. So that's really exciting. So anyway, this is in our dining room. We've just started it. Lots of artwork and stuff he does at school. And so we just love it. I love our shadow box. I keep everything. I'm a little bit of a hoarder when it comes to Connor. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that.